Hello friends, I am Dr. Neeta and today we are going to see the four pillars of NLP. Session outline. So we will discuss four pillars of NLP. First is outcomes, second is rapport, third is sensory acuity, fourth is flexibility. Now we will see four pillars of NLP. NLP based on these four pillars. What is NLP? The story of excellence, you may say in another word. And these excellent story is actually stand on these four pillars, that is outcome, rapport, sensory acuity and flexibility. Now one by one we will see. Outcomes is similar to goals or objective. NLP, an achievement oriented technology, knowing precisely what you want helps you to get it. Now as we have already discussed, outcome is nothing but it's a goal. Now goal is not similar to any kind of dream or wish. Wishes are different, dreams are different, but specific goals are very different, wherein you are dividing your major goal into smaller part, and that smaller part will be your milestones. Just like whenever you are reaching from one source to another destination, even within that destination you may find some milestones. Now for example, you are coming to Pune, so always you will see how many kilometers it's remain, how many kilometers it is remain. So that is how milestones are there. So that milestone will be your sub goals, and you need to actually achieve those sub goals step by step. Then and then only it will be possible to achieve the major goal. So I'm going to give you the special task on goal setting which will clear this particular point very easily. So you have to actually answer all those questions, whatever questions I have already sent on group. You have to you try to answer those questions properly. You drill down why I want that. Okay, if I'll achieve that, then what will happen? And you don't have to just think of it, but you have to feel, if I achieve this, okay, now everything is with me. Whatever you may say goal I have set for my life, okay, now everything has been achieved. So what? Now how I'm feeling, how people behaving with me, how I'm getting responses from other. So you don't have to only think, but you have to feel it, because senses plays a very vital role in rewiring our brain. Also for outcome, I will give you some tasks and exercises. Please do complete those tasks and exercises, so it will be very easy for you to find out your real outcomes. Those outcomes we are thinking today, that might not be that much real, because that is what is our perception. But when perception, if you'll write it down and go on asking these kind of questions to yourself, then you may find out the real answer. So that are outcomes. Now second is rapport. Rapport is the heart of successful communication. It is a way of maximizing similarities and minimizing differences. Without this, communication will fail. Having a good rapport with people will make you reach your goals. Now for any kind of successful communication, you should have a good rapport with the person in front of you. Now rapport is something which is actually do lot many things with your neurological level. Because what happened is, generally I'll give you one example. For example, you go in any party or any function. What happened, initially everyone comes separate, and then people actually form in a particular groups. You can able to see the different groups. Now in these groups, what has happened, those people they find comfortable with, or their wavelength is matching, those people get together, and they found it very actually you may say close kind of bonding with them, and that is how they get together. Even in whenever you are taking admission to new college or new course, at that moment of time, though you got introduced with everyone, but you will become a friend of only few of them. Right. Now what has happened, as I will mention it from the scratch, That is, we human being, you all know the law of physics. That is, uh, law of energy. Now matter, everything that we can able to touch, see, feel is a matter, right? Every matter, if you drill down, the smallest unit of matter is nothing but energy. That is, they are having one nucleus in between. Neutrons and protons are moving around, revolving around that nucleus, and that is a form of energy. So everything that we can touch, feel, and smell, or you may say, we can able to see, so that all things comes in matter. So in the same way, our body is nothing but a matter. So the smallest part of our body is again the energy, right? So if we are made up of energy, what are the laws of energy? Energy is having a particular frequency, right? Every energy is actually run on a particular frequency. There is a particular now this frequency, the example of frequency, prior, whatever radio, you may say channels were there, you needs to actually set the frequency properly. If the frequency is not set properly, what might have happened is you cannot listen the voice clearly, right? And that is what is frequency. So every energy is having its specific frequency, on where that particular frequency it execute. Now energy in this universe is constant. Energy never get destroyed. Energy can only change from one form to another form. This I will explain somewhat later why I am telling you all these things. But coming back to repo, as we are a form of energy, we also execute on a particular frequency. Now our thought process is actually radiating some kind of waves, and that is nothing but our aura. That aura is creating that vibration, and those people who are also somewhat vibrating on the same frequency, they will get attract toward you. एंड दैट इज़ हाउ एक्चुअली वी यूज़ टू से इन आर वोकेबलरी कि मेरा वेवलेंथ इसके साथ नहीं मैच होता, उसके साथ नहीं मैच होता, इसके साथ बहुत अच्छा मैच होता है. एंड दैट इज़ नथिंग बट देयर रेडिएशन ऑफ द फ्रिक्वेंसी, right? This is what is, you may say, the law of quantum physics. What I have told you, that are the basic things behind it. But in short, if you would like to establish a successful communication, in that case you needs to build a good rapport with the person, then and then only that person will give you that good response. So generally, those who are already vibrating on similar kind of frequency, you may establish a good rapport with them. And those who are actually radiating opposite kind of energies, it's very difficult for you to build a good rapport with those people. That is what is, you may say, form of energy. But you, if you work on yourself in all aspects, so even it will be very easy for you to handle difficult people. So that is the, you may say, base of rapport. And in short, this is what is rapport is. Sensory acuity: using your senses in order to make accurate observation about what other people are doing and not making quick assumption. Sensory acuity, I will give you another examples of sensory acuity. Now, as in the previous point itself, I have told you, never underestimate the power of feelings. Now, how learner learn, or how every human being take information in. So there is no another way other than the senses to take any information in. But though these five senses we have got, for example, eyes. What is the job of eyes? The retina of our eyes will just capture the given image. That photographic image will be sent to the brain. Brain will identify what exactly the image is. Means though the we can able to see with our eyes, but identification will be done by the brain, right? So every information is get processed only by the brain. These five senses are just a transmitter of receiving the information and providing back to the brain, and again process information, taking from the brain and giving it back to you. That is what is the job of senses. So Yeah, I will give you tomorrow in my class itself. I will do few activities about the senses, and after doing those activity, after watching those activity, I think it will be very clear that how we are not using all our senses to the level of their capacity, because many of the time it happens the things are in front of our eyes but still we are unable to see those things. We are not that much keen in observation, we are not that much keen in what we are listening, what we are feeling, what we are actually you may say having around us. All these kind of things are um, why these things are that much you may say we are not that much keen about it, because our brain is having some filters, and through that filters only information take in. But actually our capacity of our brain is too high right now. Whatever you may say area you are sitting in, there what is the room temperature of that area, what are the smell around you, what are the different voices around you, what are the things are there around you, everything actually your brain is capturing at every moment of time. But you are not aware of many things, and at a moment, at a present moment, you are aware of only one thing. So that filters actually your brain creates, so that though so many things are getting recorded, you should actually focus on few things at a time. So that are different part, we will see the filters and all later on. But this is what is you may say sensory acuity. Every point on this I will give some activities and tasks later on. Now the last is flexibility. Doing something different is what you are doing is not working. Now being flexible means if you will do the same thing, you will actually get the same result. If you want different result, in that case you need to be flexible, you need to ready to change. If you are not ready to change, what will happen? You are going to get the same result, whichever result you were getting up till now. So you need to be flexible, you need to adopt the change, and you need to change your behavior and responses to a particular situation. Then and then only you can change your outcomes. So that is how flexibility related. Now I would like to share some of my NLP activities with you. The first pillar of NLP, that is outcome. If you know exactly what you want, it is easier to get it. So for that outcome activity, question number A, what do you want? So the answer, I want to be happy. Now another question, and if you are happy, what would that do for you? Okay, answer for this, I would feel good about myself. Then okay, and if you feel good about yourself, what would that do for you? And that is how you may say A will again answer something else, then B will ask again, okay, this you have achieved, then what will happen? This is what is drilling down activity, wherein we are actually come up with the final goals. We may have several n number of goals. You may do the task of 100 goals. That task, I will give you all the task. I will give you one PDF in which goal setting is defined properly, so you can do your goal setting properly. And with this outcome activity, you can drill down to the exact outcome which you want. So this is what is the interesting activity you can perform within your trainings also. Then goal setting activity that I used to do with my classes. Now after first week, I buy some pencil for my student. I also distribute some fancy letter paper to them and ask them to write a mirror letter to themselves. Dear me, this is me. Today I feel because. Answer the following question while writing the paper. What are your ideas about the first week? What what would you like to achieve this semester? What do you want to achieve in life? Now here what you can do is, now this is first week means that particular college, or you may say whatever course students have got admission for, that they are asking. So you may consider it as first week of your first job, or whatever current things you are doing within that, you can consider it. Now whatever current scenarios are coming in within your life, take a particular situation wherein this particular, now for example, coming 2 months what I want to achieve, coming 1 month what I want to achieve, coming 1 week what I want to achieve. Okay, within 2 3 days what I want to achieve, today what I want to achieve. So that should be small goals you need to identify, and that is how you need to write it down. Then later on, after drilling down it from 1 year back, then go for the higher goal, that is what I want to achieve in my life. And this activity you can do with the mirror letter. So that is, you may say, brain mapping activity, but simply answering this question will also do for goal set. This is what is one activity as an example is. Now we will come to the second pillar, that is rapport. We cannot change others, we can only change ourselves. The meaning of your communication is the response that you get. Now that this is the truth of life, that we don't have any control on others, we don't have any control on the situations, we don't have any control on other people, sorry. We are actually conditioned in such a way that we cannot change our surrounding. The only thing we can change is ourselves, because our control is on ourselves only. And that what rapport makes you understand, because if you're in your personality, you will make that positive changes automatically. Even negative people will come to you, they will get good vibration and they will behave in a well behaved manner, because that is what positive energy, that is what you may say empathy you are radiating from your personality. So that is how everyone, though the person is criminal, but the act of that person will be in a well behaved manner with you. So that what this you may say rapport is going to have that kind of impression. So this is what is about rapport. So in rapport you can do mirroring activity, you can do here I will again explain some kind of different activities. This is one activity given for rapport. Now we will move toward another part, that is third pillar, any kind of visual, auditory and kinesthetic activity. So now the teacher will show you something, look at it and guess what it is and make the sentence. So for example, something has been shown. Now everyone has to write it might be, it could be, it must be, and then no, it can't be. So that are the gaze activity. Then finger technique. In finger technique you have to give some list of words and then they have to memorize it. So look at the following words and memorize them. Now group A, open your eyes. Rapport, flexibility, outcome. These are the few words given to A. And then for group B, these are the words given to group B: confidence, curiosity and relationship. When and now they have to do backward spelling. Two volunteers on the board, they will do backward spelling for given words. The teacher spell word from the back and then write it. Their group have the chance to make guesses as well. The group that shout out the word first get 1 point. Now whatever words these group A and group B, these three people have got, now that word they have to spell in the backward and other people have to guess it what that particular letter is. In the same way, now for example they are coming in front and they are writing it on the board, so other people will try to recognize actually what that word is, whatever word they have got. So this is the again spelling activity. Activate both parts of the brain, create fun time for students, make kinesthetic student active. Then good for visual learners, revise words from previous day rather than starting the with open your book. So this is what is a very wonderful activity wherein they are good for all kind of. Now there are three type of personality. Visual personality understand by watching few things. Then kinesthetic personality will understand once they get involved within something. And those who are auditory personality, they will understand by listening. So all the kind of you may say personality will understand if you will do this activity properly and everyone get activated. So these are all kind of activities you can do with the student for sensory activity. Now NLP means getting to know your student better, paying attention to visual, auditory and kinesthetic students, understanding students better, touching students' heart and focusing on their learning. Now we will come on to the fourth pillar of the NLP, that is flexibility. If you continue to do the same thing, you will get the same results. That is what flexibility is. So how to use NLP in the class? So you may give such kind of fill in the blanks and let them complete it. Now I will not going to tell you each and everything. Try to fill it by yourself and then just put it on the group. It's very easy. You all can do it very easily. So create a good rapport. Okay, here only RAP is given, so it is rapport with your students starting from first day of the class. Get to know your students better first. Focus on their family background and try to understand them. Now these are all fill in the blanks you have to complete from this slide and the next slide. The resources we need are within us. If you do anything with love and passion, you will get different and hopefully better result. How a teacher teaches is more important than what he teaches. Now I will give you one more activity wherein you can find. Now for example, you are having a particular goal. Now what you have to do is you have to find out what resources required for this. Now you have to find out uh, what are my existing resources. Then you find out whatever other resources which are not in your current existing list, how you can get them. What are the people to whom you will get connected so that you can achieve those resources, and that is how you can continue doing that particular task. So this is how you have to drill down to your goal by identifying the resources, and you may come down to that particular stage of achievement. And the last slide is some reference book has been given. So this much for pillars of NLP. Thank you very much.